Good afternoon. I'm covering episode 77, the hosts are Gordon Frymark and Tamara Bennett. This is, of course, on copyright issues. The concept of copyrights aren't a globally agreed on thing. In some countries, like, for example, a link through an email could be protected as a copy of the artwork. Like, to us, we don't really have that here. So, like, the technology is really supported here because it's industry. Industry support wherever you get money. So we would see that as something kind of foolish, but the truth is it could really be beneficial for artists if it could be played out right, but it wouldn't be really beneficial for publicity. So it's one of those things we had to figure out. With how that affects me, with the work I do in music, at some point, I'm gonna have like an issue with sampling, and I don't intend to sample without clearance, but we live in a world of subconscious mental digestion, so rather than go into like a situation like Kanye West where I'm just gonna blatantly get sued on the other end of it, or like blurred lines where I preemptively strike the people I'm gonna sample. I don't want to do all of that. I'd rather just do the paperwork right, make sure all of my stuff's right, make sure nothing's used without the clearance, make sure my stuff isn't getting used without clearance or license. We'll all be happy folks. In terms of the visual aspects, my cartoon and the comic book, it's becoming increasingly difficult to determine what counts as copyrighted material and what doesn't. The artistic techniques and expressions, they grow as our society does. So, something, for example, as pristine as like the Taj Mahal roof, like that circular dome with like the onion top, would go from something that was unique to like one place to now it could be everywhere, and it's just part of an aesthetic. So it really depends on like how much time is going by before it's just a staple. So me as an artist, I could watch something I have become as commonplace as stuff in the background in the Jetsons. So what I would have to do personally is I would have to make sure the elements stay unique to what I am doing, and at the same time the things that I can't copyright all come together to support this other element that is copyrighted. So that way it still has that look, it still has this beautiful appeal and aesthetic, and I don't really have to worry about too much else in it. Something like that happened with Lindsay Lohan. Like, she was like, her face was getting used or her likeness or whatever by Grand Theft Auto, but somehow it was ruled that that was fiction and parody, so it was protected. It's terrifying because that could happen to any of us. So I just gotta make sure whatever I'm doing is fully covered, and I gotta get my likeness rights, like, for real. And my last thing is public opinion. The WB bought like online influencers, like YouTube stuff, whatever, to spread their gospel, and they were supposed to put like they're supposed to let their audiences know like, hey, this was a paid for advertisement, but they put it in like the show more thing, which means no one read it. So this is a simple mistake that anybody could do on advertising, and I don't see it as something that will make its way to like Instagram and the other markets with like a warning sticker, because they still don't know what they want to do about it. So maybe for us it's just better that we don't know in that capacity until we actually know which side of this we want to protect. Because I'm seeing like a lot of this copyright stuff, it protects the business overall, but to some degree we have to figure out how to make it protect artists more. And that's it for me. Good day.